Chancellor's lecture series. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome our eminent speaker for today, Dr. U.S.N. Murthy, the director of NIPER. And it also gives me immense pleasure and honor to introduce Dr. Murthy to all of you. Of course, he is a known person for all of us. He has been visiting our university, and I know he definitely has a soft corner for our university. So warm welcome, sir. And without ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Murthy to all of you. So born in Aduru, East Godavari, Andhra Pradesh, Dr. U.S.N. Murthy had his education in Andhra Pradesh with BSc and MSc from the Andhra University, Visakhapatnam in 1978 and 1980 respectively. He completed his PhD in 1990 from Osmania University, Hyderabad, and PGDEM from University of Hyderabad. Currently, he is the Director, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Guwahati. During his long and illustrious career, Dr. Murthy has held many important positions, which include Scientist, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, Hyderabad. He was the course coordinator for the advanced course on bioinformatics at the Bioinformatics Center, Biology Division of IICT, Hyderabad. He was the center coordinator for the Environmental Information Systems Center at IICT, Hyderabad. A visiting professor to Hyderabad Central University, visiting professor to the Center for Disease Modeling, York University in Canada. During the initial stage of his career, he worked as a senior research assistant, Central Sericultural Research and Training Institute, Mysore, and as a research assistant, World Health Organization project at Vector Control Research Center in Pondicherry. Dr. Murthy has received numerous awards and fellowships, which include the World Health Organization and Tropical Disease Research Geneva Fellowship, USA, that was in 1992. The Best Project Performance by Government of Mizoram for the project on integrated sericulture for rural development. Outstanding Performance by Director IICT for the project on Samadhan Kendra in 2004. The German Research Foundation Fellowship, Germany in 2005. US Defense Award on Window on Science Project, USA in 2006. The Best Project Performance by Government of Arunachal Pradesh in 2006. Sir Vij Venkatakrishna Rao and Srimati Vij Nila Kanteshwari Gold Medal in ABAP Patiala, Punjab in 2010, and many more. Dr. Murthy's research interest is in zoology, that's integrated vector management, computational biology, and rural development. He has authored many research publications published in high-impact, peer-reviewed international journals. There's so much more that I can speak on Dr. Murthy, but considering the time, I'd like to welcome him on stage. And today he will be speaking on the topic, Interpret, Integrate, and Mitigation of Tribal Health in Northeast Tribal Population. So over to you, Dr. Murthy sir, now for the presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Sunanda, for your elaborate and very expanded biodata description. And let me say my sincere thanks to Dr. Talukdar, who is the well-wisher of NIPER Guwahati and of course well-wisher of me, who called me for this. Then I felt it is my privilege to share some of the activities of NIPER, especially in the area of tribal welfare and tribal development of the socio-economic way in all aspects by using the state-of-art technologies in under the down the line of 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, my topic, as already mentioned by Dr. Barua, that is the interpret, integrate, and mitigation of the tribal health in Northeast population. If you can stay, this tribal population, if there is no man, you can be here also, so it will be good. If you see at a glance about the tribal population across the India, it is 1210, that is 1,210 million population, and out of that 104 million populations, that contributes 8% of the tribal population against the total population of India. See, the Northeast tribal population 10.4 million. If you see the distribution in Assam, Arunachal, Manipur, of course, in all these states, according to 2011 census, I have already given in this particular slide. If you come to the particular this northeastern region, though I am telling about the simply tribal population, when you come to the micro analysis, there are different varieties. If you see in the case of Manipur, this is Meitei and Kuki and Tangkhul. These are the population. When you come to the Assam, it is a Bodo is the predominant, and another state, this is the Tai Etan and T tribe, Santhal population. These are all the things. Why I am telling all those things, though it is known, that means highly diversified epitope is there in northeastern region, which is a gold mine for any student or scholar who can take up any small topic of the research. For example, you take when there is an infection of any disease, you can take whether it is a cerebral malaria or you take the TB or anything. In a given population, people are getting susceptible by getting the disease. Whereas in the same population, some people are unable to get it, they are having high resistance. What is the reason? We know it is a gene-specific character. If it is so, what is the gene pool, what is the epigenetic studies we can carry it out? What is the epitope of the particular group of the particular trait of this particular population? This is a wonderful work. Why they are not getting the disease, what is the kind of resistance they are having, what are the factors of promoting to get the resistance in the same population of the same individual, whereas another population of the another individual of the same population, it is a $1,000,000 question. So that is why the since many students are also there in the present today's audio, in the podium, I wanted to tell this is the wonderful topics one can take up and all. When you come to my institute and say a little bit background, this is the institute established in 2008 with 3 departments. Now we have many. And recently we got 13th All India rank in the pharmacy category. I'm also happy to share that this institute first time it was awarded by under the promising category by AIRI. AIRI means this is Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievements 2021. And this institute also has its own specialty by having its own logo. NIPERS means, this is a national institute. In the first institute established in Northeast region, it has its own identity. Ever since I joined, I thought of maintaining my Northeast culture by my Northeast institute. Since I am working even in CSIR also for the past 22 years in Northeast region, I have somehow my heart is close to this region. That is why I have developed an idea how best we can have our own logo. And this is the, let me say my sincere thanks to Dr. Uday Kumar Dharmalingam, a faculty from IIT Guwahati Department of Design, who is the Indian rupee designer, written in the Devanagari Lipi. He has come forward to take up this job. And Sanskrit quote is given by, Sanskrit quote means that plants for mankind. That is the one Sanskrit slogan given by Professor Sri Kishore Mishraji from Banaras Hindu University. This is the kind of, what is the meaning of this particular logo means, this is a semicircular logo they have made it that represents that sunrise will take place first in Northeast. The green represents the richest biodiversity. Of course, mortar in this one is Ayurveda for grinding the material, whether plant or anything. And if you see the white color symbol, this is a leaf. Inside the leaf, there is one more symbol. This is nothing but that rhino horn, which is also having lot of medicinal properties. Put together, this is a sunrise will take place in the Northeast. Similarly, if you see this particular one, it is an open book system. That means the entire meaning of this one under the open book system. So these educational institutions will rise day by day like a Northeast sunrise. This is something, a wonderful idea after several deliberations we have had it. So this is something I wanted to share with all of you. When I come to the academic courses, whatever we are doing, out of that I pulled out some of the things which are mainly concentrating on the welfare of the tribals. One is health camp. Who are doing is M.Pharms or PhD people like pharmacy practice, pharmaceutical technology formulations, and monitoring and mentoring will be taken care by the pharmacology, toxicology, biotechnology, and Sutics department. Sutics is the one that will give finally a formulation to a product given by whether quality control or quality assurance people. Of course, the characterization will be done by the medicinal chemistry. Finally, skill development also an integral part of all the departments. Especially, we have started one program in the medical devices, MTech as well as PhD, just to inculcate some element of the medical devices and its importance in the years to come. According to Infosys 2022 statistics and projections, there is more than $11 billion market is there in India, especially in the medical devices, for which are we ready to have such a really manpower? The answer is no. So that is why we have to develop qualitative medical devices courses, whether it is a private or government or national issues. With that aim, then Secretary of Department of Pharmaceuticals, Dr. Waghela, asked Naipar Kauhati among 7 Naipars to take lead in developing this MTech medical devices course, and we have also, with the help of electronic department of the electrical and electronic department of the IIT Guwahati and some other institutes like NIT Rourkela, and from these, with these help we have started, and I am happy to share with all of you. Naipar Guwahati was also asked by the Ministry of our ministry to start the medical device testing facility that we have started with the 2 faculty, and our collaborators are Indian Institute of Science, Department of Nanoscience and Engineering. So any small disposable syringes, now we got a job, that is the small disposable syringes and their sterility testing has been taken up by this institute. It is a Bombay-based company. They have started their establishment in 40 kilometers away from Guwahati. So we already started. That means Naipar is dedicated not only for academics and research, we will also promote any kind of a small entrepreneurs, MSME, in the area of medical devices, apart from all the above disciplines. Happy to share, dear colleagues, with all of you. This is only the Naipar among all 7 Naipars to have almost 9 national centers are center of excellences. First of all, if you see the National Center for Pharmacoengineering, which is the state-of-art facilities, which is the #1 in Asia, after what is that? National Pharmacoengineering was first established in the North Carolina University in USA, that is Chapel Hill Road. After that, in Asia, this is the first one, supported by Department of Science and Technology, and our Dr. Subham Banerjee was taking care of it. Under this program, we have developed many 3D printing and 4D printing products for the affordable healthcare and personalized medicine. So why I am telling all those things, even tribal products also can be subjected for the 3D and 4D printing to see the light of the day, which has not happened for the generations together. When I come to the next center supported by DBT, Northeastern Societal aspect of the Translational Phytopharmaceutical and Herbal Incubation Center. The third one is Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Center of Excellence on the Tribal Healthcare. And about the DBT sponsored project is nothing but the Bairak Incubation Center. Under that, there are 19 incubators are there right now. I'm happy to share one incubatee recently graduated after completion of the 18 months of his project. So Ministry of Tribal Affairs also exclusively identified the Naipar Guwahati to get this award, and there is a dedicated center under which all our tribal activities are going on. Mostly the main department to take care, though all the departments are involved directly or indirectly, but the predominant department is pharmacy practice. Another one is the National Incubation Center, Bairak, just now I told you. And Ministry of Commerce, it has given one center called, it is a GMP facility, value addition center for the herbal industry in the northeastern states of India with a budget of 20 crores. And Ministry of Donor has given GLP accredited animal breeding facility and animal husbandry facility in northeastern region. After Dibrugarh RMRC, I think this is the second one to have it. But as far as functionality is concerned, this is the first one to get it operated. My aim is not only generating the animals by systematic breeding, but also to supply to the northeastern based institutes for promoting the drug discovery. And Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, they have given a dedicated center that is called Advanced Center for Computer Aided Drug Design. This is only the center from the pharmacy of all the neighbors where we are having supercomputing facility. Initially, we had a collaboration with Param Ishan. Now we are having Param Bio Embryo, 100 teraflop mission located at CDEC Pune, and all our students are working on HPC, high performance computing. Now, second one is the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission has given one center, adverse drug reaction and adverse drug event ADE and ADR monitoring center. Finally, colleagues, I am very happy to share with all of you, Atal Incubation Center with a budget of 10 crores was recently awarded by Niti Aayog, and this is the strength of our neighbor that will directly or indirectly focus on the tribal welfare in all aspects. What is our social involvement? We are going to look into the health evaluation and monitoring the periodic health camps, like how our Dr. A.K. Kataki from BBRC Cancer Research Institute, because according to WHO and TDR, Tropical Disease Research, 30% of the cases will be brought down by social awareness. If they have anything, and social awareness plus community participation will certainly reduce the number of cases so that morbidity as well as mortality can be brought down. So this we are very active in conducting the periodical health camps. I will tell you what are all the health camps we are conducting, what is the science involved in it, how science is being converted into the real-time control operations of the tribal population. We are having immense wealth of knowledge of the traditional medicine, which is not documented properly. That is why through our computer section, we are also making some kind of a digitalization of the traditional knowledge that can be passed on to the further generations. But though everyone has their own skill, how to conceptualize it, all the skills from all the department and give a small training to the skill development program and impart the training and to the youngsters, at least after completion of this one and their graduation, they may get 30 to 40,000 rupees in any small scale industries. That is our aim. Supporting the entrepreneurship, value addition to the local agri products. They are having the agri products, but who will give this certificate for them to go to market? That is also we are planning through our scientific proof of concepts, so that no one can say no to their product, helping to achieve self-sustainability and improving the quality of life. So this is about our social impact, well-defined objectives. Now let me tell you one aspect very in a crisp manner, though I cannot cover all those things. I have prioritized. The first one is the health assessment of the tribal. For example, periodical evaluation we are doing to assess this one, and there is awareness about health hygiene with the periodical health camps in rural areas of most of the parts of Northeast and few parts of other than Assam. I mean, most of the parts of Assam other than. So far conducted 25 camps. In each and camp, the coverage is not less than 200 to 300 individuals. This is the one, some of the places where we have conducted. We do take the blood examination and all those things with the help of the doctors, of course with the local panchayati officials, and everything in a systematic manner. And what is the next step? These are all the demographic details, economic details, and clinical characteristics of the tribal population. Let me tell you, first of all, gender-wise, what are the parameters we have taken? gender, age, month, body mass index, SBP, DBP, FBS, and hand washing, of course, health status, illness, and all. If I prioritize 44% of the diseases they are having when the income is just less than 6,000 rupees. That means socioeconomic conditions are directly promoting the disease spectrum in the areas. So, if you see the habits versus promoting the disease, if they take tobacco, pawn means it is different. If they take only pawn, 36% of the people are affected with the diseases, and followed by 14% by smoking, chewing of the tobacco, and alcohol by 2%. Similar things we have classified. Why we have classified, I will tell you why we have done it, because our intention is to focus the artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques to see whatever we are observing may not be correct when it subject to the when we given this data to the tools of artificial intelligence. That is why we have collected the first-hand data. We call it as a primary data, so that it is a qualitative and no noise in the data. My output will be certainly good. That is the way we have generated this data for more than 2 calendar years, so that the data authenticity also will be more. And this is about the data collection. After that, what is the bionest programs by taking up the traditional medicine at Naipar Gahoti. For example, I think that Dr. Talukdar also you can see here, and we have conducted 9 polyherbal extracts composed of the 72 plants now. The traditional herbs from Assam and Arunachal Pradesh we have shortlisted. Unfortunately, in the recent or the past 2 decades, taxonomy is disappearing day by day. Thanks to the UGC sponsored universities where taxonomy is still alive. This is the country where we need to have the taxonomy at a greater extent. Otherwise, people will forget about the subject. And taxonomic analysis, we have done it both morphologically and molecular basis. Chemical constituents also were identified, and in vitro pharmacological screening also was carried out in Naipar Gauhati. These are all some of the, say, out of 72, these are all some of the 8 traditional healers we have shortlisted in the first phase of the analysis part. What are the analysis we are doing here? First of all, we will do Gcms, analysis for the traditional medicine for the given plant samples. Those samples we have given, it is not we made one not from the single extract. They are all polyherbal formulations. We have given a code of TMC1. Henceforth, in the further slides, you can remember this is a coded samples. This is the instrument we have used for the analysis of this to make it the fractions of the from the crude extract. This is about our analytical strength. We have got state-of-art facilities and number of HPLCs, a few preparatory HPLCs in our campus. This is the you can see the analysis part of the 9 extract. Different class of compounds we have identified: organic acids, sugars, amino acids, polyphenols. They have been identified in all polyherbal formulations. For example, I cannot show all the 9, but just I will show 1 or 2 here. And in the TMC fraction compound, organic acids are almost at 20%, and sugars are 23. Amino acids are 20% here. Fatty acids are 6%, and hydrocarbons are 11%. These are all the things. For example, if you go to the TMC2, the percentage has been drastically reduced in that particular fraction. See, when you are working in the natural product research, we don't know when you are going to hit the gold mine. That is why each and every mine, even 5% also, we don't want to ignore in our further analysis in the biological part. So when it comes to the analysis over, it will come to the biological screening. So in the first screening is anti-diabetic activity was studied here. These are all the polyherbal formulations. This is orally administered to the animals. There is no significant hypoglycemia effect after herbal powder was administered, as well as administration of the standard drug and metformin. That means these polyherbal formulations are showing significant effect on the anti-diabetic activity. They are showing on par with the metformin, that is a drug. That is the one finally I wanted to show you. If you see even the hour of administrations, what are all the different activities and all, you can see here. When you come to the in vitro anti-malarial study, I am happy to share that in the moment I joined here, I started thinking about the exclusively malaria screening facility. Otherwise, why I am talking about it? This malaria is the predominant here. This here, people should focus that malaria means simply general malaria. No, there are 7 varieties of malaria from the ecological point of view. First of all, rural malaria, urban malaria, industrial malaria, forest malaria, migration malaria. These are all classification of things. Each and every malaria described just now are being transmitted the vector. Urban means Anopheles stephensii, and especially forest malaria are being transmitted or any tribal areas. This is the population you have to see. This is the cerebral malaria. Here, Anopheles minimus and Anopheles dirus are the vectors in northeastern region, and main parasite and culprit is false plasmodium falciparum, which is resistant to almost all the drugs. Then in that case, what is the our next target? Take all the earlier fractions of anything TMC1 or TMC2 or anything, subject it for the anti-malarial activity. Our specimens of taken PF3D7. This is a CQ sensitive, chloroquine sensitive, and PF Indo and PFD2. This is a chloroquine resistant. Both are subjected for this one. A TMH2 is showing a very good IC50 activity at 6.2 micrograms per ml. That is a wonderful thing we are. This is in the final stage for giving a. It is in the validation stage. I think we are going for its patent, and we are making that particular tribal person as a owner of this particular product. That is not done so far. That's why they are also not coming forward to give their samples to any scientific organizations. We also should be loyal, and later on they will become royal. Details of the formulations. Now, once I get any compound, it will be given to the pharmaceutics department for making formulations. Now, this is another compound, for example, after making the formulations, some of the polyherbal formulations showed the hepatoprotective activity. In the, you see here, all those things they have reduced. Like anything, it is especially in the study one, what is the case, and even the experimental one, how it is protected. That is very, very important. See, you see the liver diseases, whatever recently coming, they are very, very untreatable, and it is still in the question mark in the modern medicine. Whether traditional medicine can give any kind of an answer for that? Yes, there can be. What is the effect of the TMC7 actually in that? Change in the body weight, liver weight to body weight ratio, liver gross morphology. All the data are presented, and students, this is a students unpaired t-test, student t-test, and significant of the p-value also really good. And this is a ray of hope for me that in another down the line of another 10 to 12 months, this can see the light of the day as far as this particular. See, this product with 200 milligrams, what is the activity? 400 milligrams, what is the activity? And this is a wonderful, that means finally I can say this particular TMC7, you can see extreme with a formulation developed by NIPER, has got significant effect on the hepatoprotective activity. Now, when you come to the nutraceuticals, I think Dr. Talukdar also knows about it. He was also a part in it. And we have taken this Musa and Balbiciana. This is a northeastern variety of abundantly available. And we have taken its general health benefits, special benefits, and we have taken that under general health benefit. It will provide the nutrition. It has an antioxidant activity. It will reduce the inflammation, which is a major headache in the present public health. And under the special benefit, it will improve the dyslipidemia, reduce the cardio hypertrophy. That means the cardio problems will be relatively less if you take this one. Reduce the fatty liver diseases. These are all the things. What is the research at Gauhati? We are validating the health benefits of this particular species, promote the use of the northeast variety of the banana to get the maximum benefit. So what is the value proportion here? What is the scope for the agriculture growth? We will take the raw material, fruits, and benefits are already explained. And then for better health and well-being of the child and mother, it can be used. Scope for more manufacturing unit here. That means one or two clusters. Why in China, those same biodiversity is there? Why their products are going to the abroad very, what you call, in a very greater manner compared to ours? Quality control and number of clusters in the potential area are relatively less. Potential area is in northeast. You are starting the extraction plant in Bombay. It is of no use and it is a mismatching. That is why our suggestion is to have many more extraction plants and many more manufacturing units in northeast region where the raw material is abundantly available. Optimization and utilization of the fruits also can be done. Long-term usage and storage facilities also should be established. Small-scale business with high potential can be achieved. Finally, our calculations cost of this is a near banana powder will be 650 rupees. Cost from other commercial banana is 400 to 2,400. That means whatever you make any technology, it should be cost effective. That means 800 difference I am making. I am bringing the difference between the commercially available as well as our local talent manufacturing by the scientific method. 650 is 800 rupees and all. What it will do apart from the scientific validation, whatever I shown in the right side, the scope for the banana cultivation in the northeastern can be enhanced. This is by self-help group SHG. Under the Commissionerate of Agriculture, if you put a proposal, I think in Assam, I think Vinod Session is the presently commissioner. If you give any kind of a group of youth, if they can give us, government is giving subsidy for what you call promoting the banana cultivation, creating the self-employment and income generation. That means right side, the product will come, left side, human resources can be developed. This is the value proportion of this particular one. Okay, when you have done it, will it be accepted directly? No. It has to be under the GMP facility. We have got GMP facility supported by Ministry of Commerce. What are the details and what is the benefits? I will tell you. Quality Assessment and Value Addition Center for the Herbal Industry in northeastern states. So what is my intention is type of illness we have taken, diabetes and hypertension, CVD, anemia, allergy, arthritis, acidity. These are all the things just we have taken. And traditional medicines, what they are using. For example, in the hypertension, Dilinia, this indica, it is a broad spectrum usage, not only for one, they are using for many things. How Dilinia indica we have we used and then what is its effects, I will show you when I come to the next slide. And most of the knowledge is not at all explored fully. Some records are there. Even you can see the story of this Dilinia indica even in the CSIR wealth of volumes also. Knowledge need to be scientifically validated, that is important. And whoever comes to Naipur Gauhati, the traditional healers, we have promised them that your IPR will be protected because you are having some suspicion. Please remove that curtain, come to us. We will give any kind of a signed agreement if you bring a legal agreement. You are the partner and Naipur is also a partner. And then let us take it to the packing stage, final packing stage, standardization and validation of the existing products by GMP policies. What is the standardization steps and all? I can see even the semi-circular one. The number one is organoleptic. Under organoleptic, what are they? Color, order, taste, texture, fracture. See, our root, leaf, fruit or bark, why they are getting rejected mostly in the export way? Because we are not taking care of number one, as well as number, where is that? Yeah, number three, physical. We are not at all taking care of the physical here. That is why they will throw the sample in the beginning itself without entertaining to anything. Number two, the botanical macroscopic, that means shape, external and marking. We have to, these are the parameters. And when we come to the microscopic, qualitative, quantitative, powder and characterization. This is botanical side. When it comes to the physical side, I told you now, extract value, ash value, swelling index, foaming index. The moisture content has got this micro parameters. This has to be addressed while sending to the GMP lab. When it comes to the number 4, chemical qualitative and quantitative, by using HPTLC, GLC and HPLC, we have to see that all the products are qualitative as well as quantitative. Most important, biological one, this is the major thing to be rejected. Total aerobic count, viable aerobic count, aflatoxins, determination of the pathogens, hemolytic activity, determination of the pesticide residue. This is very, very important. This is one of the things where they will reject it. Determination of the heavy metals. Of course, last one and last but one are very important. This is the points what we undertake when it comes for the standardization before processing for the uh, evaluation process, chemical evaluation. Now let me tell you the schematic steps. First of all, you have to start with the GLP, not good laboratory practices, dear colleagues. GLP, good cultivation practices, and GHP, good harvesting practices. If you go to a plant and pluck it and then go for the secondary metabolites evaluation between 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., the content is different. If you go in the mid sun between 2 to 3 p.m., the secondary metabolite content is different. Between 4 to 6 p.m., that is different. That is why good cultivation, good harvesting practices are very important before going for the GAP, good agricultural practices. This is a proper identification of the medicinal plant, cultivation, selection of the seed, and crop management, including IPM, integrated pest management. Then it will go to the collection practices. Once agriculture practices are there, then collection practices. Again, GLP, not laboratory practices, it's a good collection practices. At what time you have to collect it. That's why I have written at the best suitable time. This is a, please underline this one. Trained persons only should be collected these things. When it is collection is over, it will come to the quality and safety assessment, physical appearance, order, whatever I told just now. These things should be taken care. Then finally, it will go for the packing and distribution. This is very important. Though all these things are good, your packet is bad means it will be thrown. That's why in some universities offering that a degree and diploma even in the packing also. Proper packing to protect the product and to reduce the risk of the pest attack. Fresh product should be stored between 1 to 5 degrees. That's why I told in the earlier slide. Cold storage units should be more and more. Okay, clear labeling is there. Sufficient aerated transport also will be main mandate for getting it, for getting the product accepted and all. Finally, this packed material will go to the herbal raw material. In the first instance, it will give rupee. Later on, it will give dollar. Quality process for production of the health. Once it goes there, extraction, GMP, quality safety, packing, distribution, herbals, finally formulation. This is very important. Formulation will give the strength of to your raw material. I think more than 25 to 30% of the strength will be given. That is why Naipar Gauti has got two departments. One is the pharmaceutics department. Another one is the pharmaceutical technology and formulation. They are experts in making the suitable formulation. This is my proposed layout of the quality assessment and value addition of my dedicated building at Naipar Gauti. This is the extraction unit GMP. This is another formulation and packing unit under the control of the quality control and quality assessment. Proper design layout of the GMP facilitated pilot plant extraction unit. And this is about the layout and all. I don't want to go to the details, but one should know tomorrow, even if you want to start a GMP unit, what is the actual material storage, drying room, pulverization room, powder material, solvent storage. These are all the things one by one, one by one. We have given directions also here in the corridor. After one, where it will go to second. After second, how it will go to third. This is the thing. And now, when it comes to the latest technology of the artificial intelligence and machine learning, see, now it has becoming for the past 5 years as a buzzing word. Artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? What you are exactly wanted to do? But for example, we wanted to do our forecasting of the disease and prioritization of the parameters. For example, if you see in the descriptive statistics of the biochemical, I have taken all the parameters right from age to the BUN, iron, and these are all the parameters I have taken, total cholesterol. But in my general view, in the traditional statistics, can I see that 1, 2, 3 parameters are X, Y, Z? It is a bit difficult. When I subject this thing to any kind of a data mining tool or any expert system or any artificial intelligence, it will give a beautiful prioritization which I can focus it. That is the advantage of taking these biochemical parameters and descriptive statistics that will be subjected for the artificial. For example, I have applied for the machine learning. Of course, see, let me tell you, dear colleagues, I am not interested in developing any algorithm. I am interested in application of the algorithm. Though algorithm is 20 years old, 30 years old, I am least bothered. I am interested in using the any good old algorithm or latest algorithm, but my application should be latest, and the application should give my expected output. This ML and DL, deep learning methods applied to predict the characters. Please understand, in the CMD, cardio-metabolic disorders. Among all these things, what we have taken that some of the models, random forest, gradient boost, and a decision tree. Decision tree in the sense a simple classification. Okay, for this demographic and anthropometric parameters I have taken right from socio-economic status, education. See, according to WHO, the socio-economic factors are almost 18. We have taken some of them, and approximately sample size is 600, collected from the Assam and Mizoram, and 21 biochemical characters, scheme for prediction of the CMD used for ML and all. So finally, what is the schematic flow of the diagram? Process, survey the data pre-processing by collation, compilation, and standardization, splitting the data into the test data as well as the trained data, and validation of the data. I don't want to confuse you by explaining the computer program and all. It is a simple, not a great job. Next, what are the output now? Health records of the tribals, what we have used when the random forest and these gradient boost and decision tree, they have identified systolic blood pressure, SBP, and total cholesterol as the predictor for the CMD in tribal population. This is a beautiful, this particular random forest model has given priority 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. This means this is the least one which is promoting this one for the CMD. Gradient bio also you can see what are all the things. In the decision tree, what are all the things. This is about the thing. This is about machine learning programs also. They have given a prioritized the parameters. This is CNN, convolutional neural network, multi-layer perception, and RNN, that means recurrent neural network. You might have heard about ANN, artificial neural network, but it is a quite common one. Why don't we use another neural network of the recurrent neural network models? They have identified finally this systolic blood pressure and total cholesterol as the predictors for the cardiometabolic disorders. That means, in summary, these artificial intelligence techniques, both number 1 and number 2, all the parameters they are telling, these two are the culprits, SBP and cholesterol. So they need to be controlled to avoid the CMD. Now that is artificial intelligence story is over. I am coming to the traditional medicines of from the natural resources. These are all the plants we have taken. For example, mostly this elephant apple we call as a Delinia indica. These are all the things we have taken for its extract. Taxonomically, it is validated both morphologically and molecular wise. So if you see, we have taken one thing. One is control. They are all this is a cardioprotective agency, what I am telling. This is cardioprotective agency in the sense that this is doxorubicin. It is induced one. It has been subjected like this. There is when it gone to the high frequency ultrasonography, that it is coming like the elevated T wave. Of course, it is a induced drug and all. When you apply this one at a different concentration, the cardiotoxicity is reduced. The elevated T wave has become to the normal T wave here. We are having an excellent image system here in Naipar. This is only the lowest end. Now we have got so much of instrumentation, especially on the animal image system, that is giving the T wave elevation, or it is a depression bringing to the normal level. So if you see this Delinia indica, we have subjected for the LCMS. These are all the details and all. So after that, it is showing with the echocardiography. You see beautiful one. It is giving a elevated here in the disease control group. When it is a test sample treated with our delineia, it has come to the normal. This is a elevated one. This has come to the normal one. That means effect of this compound on the cardioprotective nature is abundant, and it can be taken as an agent to treat the cardioprotective, it's cardio metabolic disorders. When it comes to this one, for example, you see the another picture in the control group. You see the blood flow is prominent. In the disease one, it is very scattered. That blood flow is highly reduced at a different concentrations. When it comes to the test group, you see again it has come to the normal group like that. That means how the control group is there. Similarly, this is also blood flow is normalized because of this particular delinea indica at a different doses. And let me go to the little more disease of this particular one. Ejection fraction, stroke volume, cardiac output, and heart rate. In all these things, it is showing an excellent results. I don't want to go to the each and every details explaining this one, but major four things of ejection, heart and stroke and cardiac output, it has got a significant effect. These fruits. Now, most important is our interest is to make the local youth as a potential entrepreneur by imparting the training in the skill development. It is to produce not only in the different areas of the we are giving training even how to handle the animals, how to give the drug in the oral dose, how to give in the subcutaneous. All these simple tests we are giving a training so that he will be placed in any industry, either it is a breeding or is a animal facility or a small scale pharmaceutical industry, just to handle these animals and all with a graduation and all, he will get it. We have done and we are doing it, we will do it. Under the Department of Ministry of Tribal Affairs, this is a center of excellence. Under that quota, we are doing this program. And we are happy to share with all of you, this is the GLP animal house facilities. And there are India, there are 47 GLP certified laboratories are there. Very few institutes are and organizations in the government sector with the GLP accreditation. Of course, to name one of them, Naipur Mohali has got the first one. Second, CSIR IITR Lucknow. Third one is CSIR CDRI Lucknow. There is no single GLP facility in the Northeast region. Of course, though I told you that it is going, DBT is sponsored one program in the RMRC Dibrugarh, but it has to be in functional mode. So we are going to have this facility in another 3 months. I request all of you to come and visit our animal house facility and take the maximum advantage of the national property. And this is about our animal house, dedicated one and all. It is about in the final completion stage, though we have got a temporary one to run our regular activities in the same campus. This is a full-fledged facility. This is, I'm happy to share this, the organization which called me, which with which I am associating closely, Assam Downtown University. These are all our publications with that great university, and these are all published, and the impact factor is also very good. In summary, what I want to conclude, scientific interventions for the upliftment of the socio-economic conditions of the tribal population is an immediate challenge before all of us. The national and regional institutions should be located in Northeast region. They should focus on the health and nutritional aspects of the Northeast tribal population. The topic of the nutrition must be included in the school education as a top area in the syllabus, and to take the necessary measures at the root level in the school education itself. More center of excellence should be established to cater the needs of the Northeast tribals. The linkage of industry academia should be strengthened to make NET as a potential entrepreneurs. That is our main concern. And schematic mechanism in skill development for youth should also be planned to create more employment opportunities for the youth. Explore the possibilities to bring the hidden knowledge of the traditional medicine in order to protect the Northeast tribals residing in the endemic zones of the dreaded diseases by using the latest technology of artificial intelligence and machine learning. I think this is my holy place, Naipur Gauti. My sponsors are ICMR, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, DST, DBT. My thanks to all of them. My special thanks to Dr. Talukdarji, who just behind me to support all my activities ever since I joined in 2016 onwards. Now we have come up to this level with his support. We will go to the greater heights with the support of all of you. And thanks for listening to me for the past 45 minutes and all. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Dr. Murthy sir, for that wonderful and lucid presentation. And even for people like me coming from an electronics background, I could really follow through your presentation. Thank you so much, sir.
Dr. Sunanda, let me complete my acknowledgement part is not over.
Okay, all right. Sir.
Let me say my sincere thanks to, actually, though I have not terribly tightly scheduled and terribly engaged in various activities. One of the reasons to come over here is my close friend, Dr. B.G. Unni, with whom I have a long-term association, my CSR colleague. I thought today he will not come. Happy birthday to your grandson. Okay. And let us all wish that happy birthday to his grandson today. And he left the function and then came here to listen to me. Though it is a boring topic to him since long.
No,
but,
no.
Just I wanted to share some of my association with my colleagues and the output to all of you so that somebody will be ignited and take this whatever we have completed the job to take further and further. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And now we are open to discussions, questions, if anybody has any. So the floor is open now for questions.
I don't think anybody has got any doubts. Very good gathering.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
When there is no doubt, the class can be classified into two classes. One is the
No.
one is the
See,
total chaos, second one is confusing.
I predicted in the beginning. I know you very well. I don't need to speak again and again.
No.
So that is the reason, I had given a lot of, I was so little bit unhappy when I got that, you may not be in a position to speak, because then I was worried. Because I wanted your talk, because your contribution to Northeast is immense at all the levels. There are such persons, and again, the brainchild of your brainchild, the NIPA. I know, but I don't know. I think people must have visited the institute. Otherwise, people should visit, because we used to see that IIT Guwahati with the infrastructure, with the facilities and building. The same way the NIPA, I had an opportunity to visit, and he always, when he was staying in it like a rented house, I have seen in the name care. Afterwards, when I visited the center, NIPA Guwahati, really, it's marvelous. And I think, this is a good talk that people from our university, particularly the Department of Pharmaceutical Science, should take the full advantage.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we have an MOU with that NIPA Guwahati. It will always remain safe, and it should remain. Again, it should be renewed, whether the Dr. Murthy is there or not, whatever it may be, because you can get the best facilities. I have seen the two best facilities institute there. One is in IASST, where Dr. Talukdar is with us now. Another is with the NIPA. IIT Guwahati is different. In fact, our university is now MOU with all these three institutions. We had it on the IAST, I think we have to renew. So one way we are very fortunate. When I say we are, I'm the part of the university. We are very fortunate enough to have collaboration and readily agreed with us when at the beginning. So I'm on this day, I deliberately, wanted to listen the lecture. So it is going on, but I came out. It's about 30 kilometers far from this place. So I came back, and I have to say, thanks to Dr. Murthy for spending his very valuable time. From the talk itself, you could understand that so many areas, so many infrastructure facilities he could establish in NIPA within a short time. It's not that easy. So again and again, on behalf of the university, especially Dr. Sunanda Barua will speak on that. But from my side, thanks to Dr. Murthy for spending your very valuable time and giving a very important lecture, very much pertinent to the Northeast region. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Unni. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And we really appreciate your giving us this time in spite of your busy schedule. And of course, thanks for letting us know about the intensive work that NIPER is involved in, also the facilities there. And I'm really pleasantly surprised to know that you have even used artificial intelligence, machine learning, even deep machine learning for your research. And that's really interesting. So now, and of course, we always love the Oteng. I think you gave it a scientific name. It's Dillenia. It's Dillenia. Yeah, so we call it the Oteng, right? And we've been having this as a regular food. So, of course, definitely our forefathers knew about the medical benefits there, and we definitely got an understanding of the amount of research and development that actually goes into the formulation of medicines. And thanks to you for this wonderful presentation. There are a lot of comments coming in. All are thanking you. And of course, there's one from one of our faculty member, Kanushil. He wants to know and can you throw some light upon the scope of project submissions in these topics that we had discussed today? So any fundings possible? I think that's what you wanted to ask, that research in these areas. So can you throw some light on that, sir?
Yeah, first of all, the funding is abundant. Only thing is up to there should be a tactics for tapping the funding. That is only the issue. There are different calls. Now every week there is a call. There is a call for projects and all. The only thing you have to see how best having an experience different, having a project to get the project is a talent actually. How best you can tune your background that suits to your to suit the call is important. Second thing is only successful factor is always collaboration. A standalone subject will not be now that they lost the charm actually. Pure botany is not a pure botany now. Botany with some kind of a what you call any kind of an informatics and all for taxonomy, expert system and all. Chemistry is no longer chemistry. Chemistry it is clubbed with the informatics, chemoinformatics, molecular modeling, and similarly like that. Like that, one institute cannot do anything. I mean, if they feel that they should have some joining hands or hand holding nature with some other institute also, success rate is more. Funding is abundant. There is absolutely no issue for funding. Especially there is no problem for funding in the center of excellences. That's what I wanted to tell.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And if no other questions, may I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to say a few words on this?
Thank you very much, Dr. Murthy. Once more, I think I'll simply endorse what Dr. Unni has said. It's only 5 years' time. What he has achieved should be inspiring for all. And those who attended this lecture today, if some of you are having a dream of building infrastructure and doing research and raising your laboratory or institute to higher level, I think this you can take an example. The talk he has given, he has shown what can be done. This institute is about almost more than 12-15 years old. And then last 5 years, what has happened? It was lying in a small corner of some Guwahati Medical College, from where he just lifted, literally he lifted not the building, but the skeleton, and then put and arranged, like given a shape. You should see it's Amrit, this Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav. I think he has distributed the photographs of the arrangement, like the decoration he did in those beautiful buildings. That shows his. Some of you must have noticed the campus that has come up only in 3 years' time. It's just unbelievable. For me too, I would say it's unbelievable. But a strong leader in science, technology, and research can do miracle. I would say it's kind of a miracle. Thank you very much, Dr. Murthy, for I would say it's a contribution to the state of Assam and entire Northeast India. and we have heard about it today from your own mouths. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Unni. In my view, I know our CSR culture is we don't want to have a simple MOU as a for the library document or photos. But at the
Yes.
moment I entered a MOU in your ADTU, at the time I was having only 5 faculty. Now
Yes.
21 faculty. I told now ADTU is an integral part of NIPER.
Yes.
You are supposed to work with them. Otherwise,
Yes.
this document don't have any meaning. Please
Correct.
do it. But for my faculty also, I have to say sincere thanks to especially pharmacy practitioner Dr. Ramu and Dr. Krishna Undela. And these people are doing. We are very strong in the meta-analysis. Please think about Dr. Narayan Talukdar ji and Dr. Bunni. If anyone is interested in what you call meta-analysis and all, we have one candidate, one specialization. We can just help him. They can do some kind of a collaborative project in meta-analysis. How it will be in the future projection of the market and all. They can do it. So I think now it is not simply a document and all. It is resulted. Whatever I shown 3 publications. It is ADTU joint publication, and another 4 publications are in line right now. They are with the medical doctors and all. I really appreciate even the Assam Downtown Hospital also. Apart from regular university, they are doing very good because every week I have a monitoring meeting with each and every department. I am seeing very successful this one. Though AIMS is coming, my umbilical cord with ADTU will remain same. That is the thing. It will never be
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to talk to all the youngsters and very senior professors.
Yeah, very good. They should take the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar. Thank
so
you.
much
Bye bye.
for your valuable time. And thanks everyone who joined this lecture. And definitely we look forward to many more interactions with Murthy sir in the future. And do stay connected with us, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Murthy. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.